हेलो फ्रेंड्स। तो आज का वीडियो हमारे लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट वीडियो है क्योंकि ये वीडियो है हमारा रीकैप ऑफ रिदम रॉजर द सीक्रेट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन। सो बिफोर कि मैं इसका रीकैप स्टार्ट करूंगा, जस्ट वांट टू गिव यू अ जिस्ट कि एग्जैक्टली व्हाट हैपेंड इन रिदम रॉजर और रिदम रॉजर मैंने क्यों लिखी। सो रिदम रॉजर द सीक्रेट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इज दिस बुक एंड इट्स नॉट ओनली अ बुक, इट्स अ कंप्लीट सीरीज। इट्स अ कंप्लीट सीरीज ऑफ रिदम रॉजर जिसको मैंने नाम दिया इलेक्ट्रॉन बर्स। So electromagnetic radiations का जो world है, the world which is known as electron, is been created for this particular series. Now, as I have updated in my previous videos also, this complete universe is not only of Rhythm Roger, but there are many more characters which are soon going to enter into this electron verse, and then they will completely make up a new universe of themselves. Rhythm Roger is just the start. We have many more characters which will be coming up into these stories and they will be making up more and more things into it. So now coming on the recap part, what exactly is there in Rhythm Roger part 1, जिसको हमने नाम दिया था Rhythm Roger the Secrets of Electron. So the complete story is that Heinrich Rudolf Hertz, आप सबने इनका नाम सुना होगा. Yes, he was the scientist who actually discovered electromagnetic radiations. So when he discovered electromagnetic radiations, unknowingly he created a new world which is known as Electron. Actually, if you can see, I am sitting here, और जब आप भी जहाँ बैठे हैं या आपके environment में, आपके atmosphere में, everywhere we have electromagnetic radiations around us. जो आपके mobile radiations हैं, they are actually electromagnetic radiations. जो हमको दिखते नहीं है, but they exist. So when Heinrich Rudolf Hertz discovered this electromagnetic radiations, he unknowingly discovered this world known as electron. And in this electron world, all sort of electronic gadgets, electronic terminologies, electronic equipments, and things related to internet world, all these things existed in that world as a real human being. So they have their own world out of that. In that world, वहाँ की जो क्वीन है उनका नाम है एनागॉल. So now who is एनागॉल? एनागॉल is actually analog signals. जो हमारे वर्ल्ड में, ह्यूमन वर्ल्ड में एनालॉग सिग्नल्स है, जो हमारे करंट चलता है, हमारा जो हमारी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चलती है, that moves in a sinusoidal wave and that sinusoidal wave is known as analog signals. And these analog signals in that world is known as एनागॉल, the queen. तो ये कंसेप्ट आता है हमारी मोबाइल टेलीफोनी से. नाउ जब हमारे मोबाइल्स नहीं थे, हमारे पास लैंडलाइन फ़ोन हुआ करते थे, तो लैंडलाइन फ़ोन्स में जो आपकी जो वॉइस थी, जो आप जनरली उस टाइम वॉइस ही हुआ करता है, देयर वाज नो डेटा इन द लैंडलाइन फ़ोन्स. डेटा मीन्स एक्सेसिंग ऑफ इंटरनेट. तो आपके लैंडलाइन फ़ोन्स में देयर वाज नो इंटरनेट इनटू इट. तो आप क्या करते थे, अपने लैंडलाइन फ़ोन में यू यूज टू सेंड योर वॉइस मैसेजेस, यू यूज टू स्पीक एंड योर वॉइस यूज टू ट्रेवल टू अनदर एंड, द रिसीवर एंड, एंड दैट दोज सिग्नल्स यूज टू ट्रेवल इन एन एनालॉग फॉर्म. So that's the reason when electron world was formed, at that time Anagol became the queen of that world. But when she was ruling that world, हमारे human world में एक term होता है, उसको हम बोलते हैं noise, which can be a thermal noise, which can be an electric noise. There are n number of type of noises available. जो disturbance, जब आप मोबाइल पर बात कर रहे होते हैं, आपके मोबाइल में कई बार डिस्टर्बेंस आता है, that is noise. Now what is noise? So noise क्या होता है, जब एक्चुअली आप मोबाइल पर बात कर रहे होते हैं, आपकी कॉल ट्रांसमिट होती है इन टाइम स्लॉट्स. आप जैसे मैंने भी बोला कि रिदम रॉजर. So this complete word will be broken up into minute millions of pieces and that will travel into small time slots. And these time slots will carry this voice to the receiver end. So noise क्या करता है, वो इन time slots को जाके capture कर लेता है. He try to enter these time slots and create a buzzing sound, a disturbance sound in your voice calls. So ये जो noise महाराज हैं, जो हमारे human world में noise थे, he feels कि I am in this human world even before analog signal came. then why when electron world is formed, why I am not the king and Anagol is the queen? So he enters this world, the electron world, and he tries to remove Anagol from there. And because of that, he attacks Anagol. In the first part, if you see, the start hota hai jahan pe Anagol is trying to save herself. And not only herself, she is trying to save her son as well. Now, Anagol का बेटा कौन है? Anagol का बेटा है टाइम स्लॉट, क्योंकि नॉइस को अगर रूल करना है तो ही मस्ट कैप्चर दैट टाइम स्लॉट, क्योंकि नॉइस तो टाइम स्लॉट में ही ट्रैवल करेगा. एंड द फर्स्ट टाइम स्लॉट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन वर्ल्ड was Roger, the son of Queen Anagol. Now, Queen Anagol was attacked by noise, but somehow she reaches Mount Spuder. Now, what is Mount Spuder? Mount Spuder is one of the tallest mountain of Electron world, on which lived Crawler. Now, who is Crawler? अगर आप internet world की थोड़ी सी research करेंगे, then you will know that before Google, there was a crawling network which actually connects multiple computers together, and it can search data out of it. That means there is a good flow of information was still available in that crawling network. So हमारी बुक पे crawling network जो he is a spider which is known as crawler, and this crawler actually lives on this Mount Spuder with its tiny spiders, lot of webs there. वो सारे अपने web से सारे human world को electron world को connect करता है. So the complete information from human world to electron world and from electron world to human world flows through the crawling network. So now when Crawler sees that Anagol is there on Spuder, he explains and he tries to convince Anagol that if you want to save your son and if you want to save electron from this devil noise, you must transport your son to human world. क्योंकि नॉइज ह्यूमंस को डिस्टर्ब कर सकती है बट ह्यूमंस को मार नहीं सकती. बट इफ रॉजर continues to be in electron world, his life is in danger and noise can anytime attack him. Listening to him, Anagol, what she does, she actually moves her son Roger to the human world, जहाँ पे उसका नाम है Rhythm, and he lives with his uncle God. Now कई लोगों ने मुझसे क्वेश्चन पूछा, व्हाट इज अंकल गॉड, व्हाट इज हिज रोल. तो अगर मैं आपको थोड़ा सा मोबाइल टेलीफोनी समझाऊं तो मोबाइल नेटवर्क में क्या होता है, जब आपका टाइम स्लॉट होता है जिसमें आपकी वॉइस ट्रेवल कर रही है, उस टाइम स्लॉट्स के आगे और उस टाइम स्लॉट के पीछे एक गार्ड बैंड होता है. गार्ड बैंड मीन्स विच शुड एक्चुअली सेव योर टाइम स्लॉट, योर वॉइस फ्रॉम द इंटरप्शंस फ्रॉम द नॉइज. सो ये जो गार्ड बैंड है, ये उस वर्ल्ड में, ह्यूमन वर्ल्ड में, ही इज अंकल गॉड हु इज एक्चुअली अ सेफ गार्ड फॉर रिदम. नाउ द स्टोरी continues where Rhythm is now working in Nokia Telefonica. He is in the team who actually invented the first mobile call in human world in 1993. During that time, after that invention, जिस दिन उनका first call होता है उसके बाद, in the night someone enters his house with a blue shadow and he was emitting a blue light, and he was Mr. Magbu. Now you will ask me, who is Magbu? So Magbu has traveled from the future of electron world, so not from the present part of electron world but from the future of electron world. And who is Magbu? Magbu is none other than our most beloved Facebook. So Facebook in that world is known as Magbu. Mark from Mark Zuckerberg and Boo I have taken from Facebook. So the combined together he is known as Magbu in that world. Now what the purpose of Magbu visiting to Rhythm? So what he explains to him that yes, there are two communities in electron world. One is D slot and one is V slot. So obviously it's time of 1993. So V slots were in I'll say they were actually ruling that electron world. Now who are V slots? V slots are actually voice time slots. वो time slots जिनमें voice carry होती थी. And D slots are those slots in जिसमें data travel करता है. So in that world there are two communities, V slot and D slot. This is what Magbu explains him. And he explains to Rhythm that you belong to that world, your name is Roger, and because for humans the future is data. So you need to come and join our team and help these slots to grow and rule that world. Because Anagol never wanted you to be in that world, because she knows that if you will come to that world and you will support these slots, V slots existence will finish. So this is what he explains him. And finally, even Uncle God tries to save him, but Rhythm travels to that world, that is the Electron world, through a broken mobile handset by pronouncing a word called Avalonia. So Avalonia kya hai, that you can go and see into my many videos which I have already posted in my account. What exactly is Avalonia? So Avalonia एक वो word है जिसके through they actually enter into bulb and they reaches to the electron world. And one very important thing कि why they use bulb to travel to that world. So if you go into history and you will research it, you will find that Heinrich Rudolf Hertz, when he invented electromagnetic radiations, after some days Thomas Alva Edison invented bulb. So bulb is actually first equipment which transforms electromagnetic radiations to form of light. So we humans, we cannot see electromagnetic radiations, but we can see electromagnetic radiations in the form of light. So that's the reason bulb is the medium for them to travel from electron world to human world and from human world to electron world. So story further, when Rhythm enters into that electron world, he tries to understand what that world is, and he finally realizes that Magbu actually took him to that world for his benefit, for benefit of these slots. And with some, if you read this book, you will know how exactly what happened. But Rhythm, or I'll say now Roger, because in that world Roger is 10 years old, whereas Rhythm was 23 years old in human world. So Hamara Rhythm, who is actually now Roger, he finally meets Anagol and joins the team of V slots. Now V slots they need to be safeguarded. They know that noise is there in that world and it can anytime attack them. So all V slot community, they live in one common area known as R Rotunda. So जितने भी V slots के बच्चे, who they all, and many more V slots, they all live into one of the tallest peak. They have a big castle, and that castle is totally protected with multiple spells and with various type of electromagnetic algorithms. And all those V slots used to live in that castle known as Arc Rotunda. And that Arc Rotunda is being headed by Mr. Noah. Now Mr. Noah is one of the famous scientists in human world who actually invented Saturn rings. But in that world he is known as Mr. Noah, and he controls everything in that Arc Rotunda. And what exactly these V slots do in that Arc Rotunda? They actually do various missions and tasks. So Arc Rotunda में, Mr. Noah में, उन सब का काम ये है to see that first thing, that noise should not attack those V slots. So how to safeguard every V slot from devil noise. This is the first mission. And second thing, they keep on doing missions in human world to see that D slot should not enter into their world. Because they know once D slot will enter into the world of humans, in the world of Electron, then slowly humans will become slave of this data. And I think we all are seeing that. We all are now slave of internet. We all are slave of data. बिना इंटरनेट के हमारा कोई काम नहीं होता. So they want that humans should not become slave of data, because they feel that in multiple universe, in many planets, when humans became slave of data, slowly they became lazy. Children stopped going and playing outside. Everything went slow, and human races slowly humans finished from that planet. And obviously all technology is dependent on humans. So once humans are finished, obviously all V slots are finished, all D slots are finished, and the complete electron world is finished. So Mr. Noah and his team, and in support of Queen Anagol, and all V slots in Arc Rotunda, they have multiple missions to complete so that they can safeguard humans. And in that mission, the first mission which Mr. Noah initiates and involves Roger into it, is that They know that Mr. Bernard is going to invent GPRS. Now, what is GPRS? So, GPRS is, I'll go in a very layman language, that it's the initiation of data and mobile technology. जिसको हम बोलते थे 2.5G, 2.5 जनरेशन. तो GPRS के इन्वेंशन के बाद ही मोबाइल में इंटरनेट धीरे धीरे आना शुरू हुआ. So Mr. Noah का फर्स्ट टास्क है how to stop Bernard from inventing GPRS. And for that task he chooses Roger and Cooper, Eva and Olivia. So they four became a team to actually stop this mission of getting GPRS in the hands of Bernard. And to do that, they do multiple things. They do time traveling using Venus clocks. They go and meet Samuel Morse. Samuel Morse जिन्होंने invent किया था आपका Morse code and the telegraph. So they go in that time and meet Samuel Morse. They try to see how Samuel Morse used frequency duplexing, which is one of the major point for GPRS invention, and they try to stop Samuel Morse from inventing that, and they do n number of things. And during these things, when everything was happening, Devil Noise was playing his own game. So Bumblebee, the warrior of Devil Noise, he enters into Hudsonia, and what he does, it's for that you need to read this book, the Rhythm Roger Part 1, The Secrets of Electon. So obviously in this few minutes of video I cannot cover this complete book for you. I'm just giving you a gist out of it, what all happened in that first part. So Roger, Cooper, Eva and Olivia, they had a big fight with Devil Noise warriors, Bumblebee, and they also try to safeguard V slots from D slots, that is Magbu and Google. So Google in our world is known as Google in that world, who was actually having his n number of algorithm, and he's trying to create his own world in the future of Electon. And it's his mind in collaboration with Magbu that they also plan various missions to see how V slots can be vanished from that world of Electon, and Google and Magbu can rule that world. That is what is their mission. So for that you need to read this complete book, Rhythm Roger, The Secrets of Electon, to understand how Cooper, Eva and Olivia proceeds in their mission. Will they be able to stop Bernard from inventing GPRS? So that is all in that first book. And now we are entering into the second part of this book, that is known as Rhythm Roger, The Heat of Phantasmagoria. So हीट ऑफ फैंटास्मागोरिया में क्या होने वाला है, उसके लिए आपको इस बुक को पढ़ना पड़ेगा. मैंने ये वीडियो इसलिए आपको दिया सो दैट यू शुड नो एग्जैक्टली व्हाट हैपेंड इन पार्ट 1. जिन्होंने पार्ट 1 नहीं पढ़ा है, आई रिक्वेस्ट दैट फर्स्ट रीड पार्ट 1 thoroughly, otherwise you may not feel that fun or you may not understand part 2, because part 2 is in continuation. There are many terminologies, there are many things which are already covered in part 1, and I have tried to explain it in little words in part 2, because if I'll go and explain them again in detail, book की length बहुत बढ़ सकती थी, इसलिए मैंने कुछ portions को कम explain किया है. But I request that you should actually read part 1 first and then continue with this part 2. Then you will actually enjoy this world of Electon. Till then, bye bye, enjoy this book, and if you like this book, do drop in your feedback, your review over Amazon, Flipkart and all social media platforms. Do share it over your Instagram story, tag me as an author Himanshu. You can follow up me on my Facebook page, you can WhatsApp me. Plus please, I'm trying to create a world of Rhythm Roger, Electon world, and without your support it's impossible for me. So I just need your support so that we can build this Electon verse for us. Because I know that in coming books of Rhythm Roger, there is a lot more fun is going to happen. मेरे पास दिमाग में अगले 8-10 पार्ट की सारी stories gripped है. But it all depends on your support. So not only you, just don't read and just keep it with you. If you like it, do share it with all your friends and ask them to buy and read this. We watch Marvel, we watch Avengers, we have supported them a lot. कभी बुक्स पे भी उतना ही सपोर्ट करो. Do and please read this book. Read Rhythm Roger, The Secrets of Electon. And if you like it, then please ask your friends to read it, because I'm sure that you will have a lot of fun into it. Till then, bye bye. Thank you. Enjoy your book.